4:35. Parents of an Omaha woman killed in a hit and run say they're focusing on how their daughter lived, not how she died.
Kansas investigators say William Klinger hit and killed 20-year-old Elsa McGrain Thursday night. It happened near her college, Kansas University, that's in Lawrence. KETV News Watch 7's Pete Cudahy sat down with Elsa's parents and shares the legacy she leaves behind.
A sticky note on the wall of Elsa McGrain's bedroom reads,
"Go back home, for what has happened is my doing." So they obeyed the message of the Lord and went home.
She had so much conviction about God and her faith.
It's a message that Elsa lived by, and a message that her parents are still trying to grapple with.
I think collectively it's the worst day of all of our lives, but Elsa would want us to embrace the challenge and move on and turn this into good.
Jordan and Anna lost their daughter on November 6th. She was on a run that night when she was hit and killed by a car. Now her parents want to make sure the world knows who Elsa was rather than focus on the tragedy.
Our goal is to make sure that the circumstances are not the story. Elsa was a force for good. She was the definition of the word selfless.
It's hard to keep track of all that she did. She was a student at Kansas University, a leader in her sorority Chi O, and studied pre-med. But what was most important to her was spreading her faith.
Just this last summer, created this youth ministry for young adults.
Faith that can be seen across the blackboard in her bedroom with chalk-filled phrases like God is good.
The ability to do good with and for each other is something that we won't forget, and we won't let other people forget we're part of her life.
Her desire to do good inspired her to become a pediatric oncologist.
She knew that would be a difficult job, but she wanted to help children, and she would have made an amazing physician. Amazing. And that was taken. We were robbed of that in this life, and our communities were robbed of her.
In a short time, Elsa made life better.
She came into this world, she had 20 years, and she did everything she could to make people happy in that 20 years.
The faith that guided Elsa's life now helps her parents get through the pain.
She was excited, for the day that she's going to be in Jesus's arms. And I would tell her, Elsa, don't talk like that. But I take solace in that now.
They believe Elsa's in a better place now. The evidence is on her wall.
The one thing I ask of the Lord, the thing I seek most, is to live in the house of the Lord all of the days of my life, delighting in the Lord's perfections and meditating in his temple.
Pete Cudahy reporting. Now, to honor what Elsa cared about most, her parents are raising money for a scholarship to help young people who want to carry on youth ministries the way that Elsa did. If you would like to support it, you can click on the link in this story at KETV.com.